Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful morning this morning. It's nice and cool out here this morning. I am up and around this morning. Yesterday, I took the day off. I didn't film anything. Mm, let's have some coffee. I didn't film anything because I was just tired after doing what do you call it? The eggplant parmesan and the stewed pork and um, what do you call it? Stewed pork and zucchini day before yesterday. I was just tired. I needed a break. And so that's what I did is I took a break. And yeah. So I didn't do anything yesterday. I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. I needed a day where I just was not doing anything, and that's what I did. And so, yeah. It is still cloud coverage out. It rained all day yesterday, and I was not able to get out day before yesterday, in the evening, and all day yesterday because it was just pouring down all day. And that's why I didn't go to the food bank this week. And we didn't have any trick or treaters last night because it was just pouring down rain all day. And so it was a hot mess here. But it's still kind of damp out here. Um, moisture's everywhere, but mhm, it is still damp out here, but it's all right. So today what I want to do is I want to get into the I want to get in the kitchen and remember the kale that I bought. I'm really worried that it's probably not any good right now. And so I really need to get into my refrigerator and embarrassingly take a look at what's left in the produce in the bottom of my refrigerator. And I really just want to pull everything out and see what's left. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to do it on camera or off camera because I don't know if it's going to upset people. I don't. That I have been so busy these last couple of weeks with a lot of different things that I didn't get to the produce that's in the bottom of my refrigerator and get it cooked up, like the kale. I still have that leaf lettuce. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm afraid to go in there and look. And so, but today's the day, and I'm going to get in there and I'm going to look and see what it looks like. All of us have those times in our lives where we're like, I didn't get to the things that I needed to get to, and yeah, some of the food did go to waste, okay? So we're going to go in and we're going to see what we can salvage from it and get it all cleaned out and just start fresh, okay? Just start fresh. And yeah, it's been one of those it's been one of those last weeks, where I've been totally busy and on other things and not getting some of the things done that needed to get done. We all have those days. And this one happened to be the week. So anyway, cheers. I do not have to water the garden because of all the rain that we've had. But I am going to, let me turn it around and let me show you the garden from on top of my porch. And we're just going to take a look and see what the rain has done for the plants. Okay, so as you can see, the zucchini is starting to bloom. We've got some blooms on it. I cannot get to the herbs, but as we go through, I want you to see that those greens are popping up like crazy. And I still haven't decided if those are grass or if it's weeds or if it's actual produce. Okay, we do have a mushroom I see out there that has made its way up, and yeah, so the garden is looking pretty. Like I said, the greens are looking good, and I'm gonna let them, you know, continue to grow. And I may put out some fertilizer because we're supposed to be getting more rain today, so I may get out there and fertilize the garden so that the fertilizer will work its way into the garden, and yeah, and feed the plants. But I just wanted to give you a little, you know, checkup on it and let you see that the plants are really looking real good for sure. There we go. I did not go out and actually go to the garden itself, and the reason is because the ground outside is muddy and still kind of really wet from all the rain that's moving in, and so I didn't want to get my feet muddy and track it into the house, make more work for myself. All right, everyone, let's get in the house. I'm going to take my car for a drive. I did not take it for a drive yesterday, so I want to make sure that I do it this morning. And then we're going to get in the kitchen and make me some breakfast because I'm hungry. It is after 11 o'clock, and I'm finally getting to my breakfast. And I did, like, I took the chorizo, and I took 2 ounces of it. So that's 2 ounces of protein. I sauteed it in the skillet. Y'all have seen me do that before. Then I scrambled the eggs, put it over the top of it, made it into like a flat pancake kind of thing. And then I took half of an avocado with some salt and a half of lime and squished it all together and put it on top. And so my carbs for this meal is the avocado. And when I say I can finally have avocado, what I mean is, instead of the tomatoes and the onions and the peppers that I put into my eggs, I can now do an avocado instead of, not on top of, but instead of. So this is what I'm going to have for breakfast. And so, oh, and I did put some Munster cheese on it. So that's 2 eggs, 2 ounces of the sausage, the Mexican sausage, chorizo, and then 1 ounce of cheese. So that's 5 ounces of protein there, and a half of avocado. This is good. Typically this might have gone into maybe a tortilla, you know, for a breakfast taco, but I'm good with just having this. And maybe soon I'll get in there and make a protein-based tortillas. That is one of the things that I have on my list of things to do. But today, what I want to do is, once I get done with this, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to pull everything out of the bottom of my refrigerator in the produce section of my refrigerator and do something with it. And so that's my goal for today. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and enjoy this, and I'll see you guys back in the kitchen. I'm bringing you all in to show you that I have the leaf lettuce that I got from the farm. It is still good. I'm going through the produce, and so most of the produce I'm able to save. So I have it washed and ready to go. And it's in this container with paper towels, so it's going to keep it kind of fresh for a little while. This is going into the refrigerator, and then I come back when I get ready to do the kale. I'm bringing you guys in to show you that I do have 4 pieces of bacon in the bottom of this pan. I got it heating up, and we're going to fry this bacon while I continue to work on the other vegetables in my refrigerator. And what I'm getting ready to do is fry up this head of cabbage. And so I needed the bacon and the bacon grease in the pan, and then I'm going to take this cabbage and I'm going to fry the whole thing up, and we're going to measure up how much cabbage this makes, and that's how I'm going to decide how many servings it makes. So I'm going to show you the way, my thinking process. I'm cooking the way I generally do, that I have in the past, except that this time I am measuring things so I know how much a serving is. So let me bring you along as I do that. All right, everyone, I'm bringing you in to show you that I have finished this recipe. And it is supposed to be 12 servings of this, and I did all the maths on it, and this is going to go into the refrigerator, and it'll be a side for any protein that I decide to cook. And I'm going to freeze up some of these sides. And I was going to tell you that if you divide this up into 12 servings, it's 5.8 carbs per serving. If you make it to 6, it's 11.6 per serving. So since I'm only doing 2 meals a day, I could literally have 2 servings of this for a meal and divide it up into 6, and it would be all right. So I'm going to divide these up, and I'll show you when I get done. I will show you what they look like. Hey everyone, we're going back into this pan because I don't want to dirty up another pan, and we're going to make sauteed Greek kale is what we're going to make. And I'm going to quadruple this recipe because I always start off with how much kale do I have. And so this recipe calls for 1.5 cups, and I have 4 times that amount, 2, 4, 6 cups. So we're going to do 4 times the amount of everything. And it says 8 tablespoons of, multiply 2 tablespoons of red onions. We're going to use white onions because that's what I have. 8 tablespoons is 1/2 cup. So we're going to start off with the oil in the pan, and I will, let me find the 1/2 cup. I will write the recipe, the recipe that I am making, I am one of these that when it comes to cooking in my kitchen, I use what I have. And so recipes have to be adjusted along with the carbs and the calories and all that stuff. I don't count calories, I count carbs and proteins. So 1/2 cup of onions is going in.
And I'm basically using the same pan that I was using before. And we're gonna saute these onions up. And it says to combine onion oil. Oh, I need oregano. Instead of oregano, I'm gonna use, I do believe I have Italian seasoning over here, so that's what I'll use. And salt and pepper to taste. So, I'm just gonna use Italian seasoning instead of oregano because that's what I have readily available right here. And it's gonna add a nice flavor to it. And it says a 1/4 teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon, because I'm multiplying it by 4. So I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. It's already smelling good in here. Salt and pepper to taste. So I am going to add in some cracked pepper. And this Celtic salt. We're going to throw some of that in there. Give this a stir. Release all that. And you know what I'm going to add in here? It doesn't call for it, but I'm going to add it in here because I like the flavor of it. So I'm going to add it in. And that's garlic. Garlic tastes good in everything, in my opinion. So, here we go, with a little garlic. And that's a teaspoon worth. A little garlic never hurt anything. Alright. I am in a cooking mood today. Getting these vegetables cooked up and ready for sides. Then it says, till softened, add kale, stir and coat with the seasonings. So here's 2 cups of the kale, and this is 4 cups of the kale. Now we're going to stir and coat it with the seasoning. I'll turn that down a little bit as I read through the recipe. Okay, and it says to cover. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna back you up, guys. Y'all hold on. I'm gonna back you up. Move the camera just a little bit. And I'm going to get this pot. We're going to cover it up. And I'll bring you back. It says just let it wilt down for a few minutes. Hey everyone. It is 5:30 in the evening and I am dangerously getting hungry, more like hangry. I did go and lay down and rest for a little bit, probably for about 20 minutes. I've been busy today. I did get the whole head of cabbage cooked up, the kale cooked up. I got all of the lettuce that I had in the refrigerator washed and ready for salads, and I am what else did I get done today? I took the car for its spin. I videoed for you today, which is something I did not do yesterday, and yeah, I've been quite busy. I didn't have a video to edit today because I was all cut up yesterday. And so, yeah, so I am now getting in here to take my glucose and ketones reading for you. I am looking at recipes to see what the next recipe I want to make is going to be. And I think I have come to the conclusion that I want to do broccoli cheddar soup, because I have the broccoli from the food bank that I got a week ago, yesterday. And so I have prepared it, washed it, and got it prepared for me to make this broccoli cheddar soup. And I have the cheddar cheese that was given to me by the food bank. So I'm definitely on the track to making broccoli cheddar soup. There's a few ingredients that I do need to go and pick up from the grocery store for it. I have used up all the cream that was graciously given to me by a viewer. And so I'm going to use some of the money that was sent to me in the cards and as a gift. And I'm going to go take it to the grocery store and actually go into the grocery store and not do the trunk delivery. And I'm going to tell you why I'm doing it that way from now on. I realize now that when I go to the grocery store, I don't spend $35 when I go. I only pick up the items that I need for a particular recipe that I got most of the stuff from the food bank. And so, like this broccoli cheddar soup, and you're hearing my dinner is in the microwave heating up. I'm going to have here we go. Oh, get my glasses on. I'm going to have the rest of the eggplant parmesan and a side salad for dinner tonight. And I'm going to take you in today and show you what I'm going to have. Ow, 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 ow. That did hurt this time. I'm taking you guys on my journey. 4, 3, 2, 1. And 121. All right, the next measurement is my ketones. Okay. .5. So I'm within the range. And yeah. So now we're going to get into the kitchen. I'm going to clean this mess up and we'll get in the kitchen. I'll show you what I'm going to make myself for dinner tonight. Well, for my second meal. For dinner tonight, I'm going to have me a serving of the eggplant parmesan along with a side salad that is lettuce and cucumbers and the salad dressing that I made. And so this is what's going to be in for my dinner tonight. And I'm going to coat that lettuce up. And yeah, so this is what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. And this was lettuce that I had already had cut up in the refrigerator. And so I'm going to use this last bit of the lettuce, which is 1 cup of lettuce and about a 1/2 cup of cucumbers with a little dressing on it. Simple, but good. I am making myself an evening cup of coffee. And yeah, so I've been wiping the counters. That's why that rag is there. And cleaning up after my activities in the kitchen. I got all the counters wiped down and everything. So it's time for me to shut this place down and have an evening cup of coffee.